Hello, and you're listening to the Tinkle podcast. It's been a long time since we've last done a podcast. I'm here with my usual co-host,
Quentin.
And, we're back. It's been a while. It's been a couple months. We've just been really busy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I started working graveyard at my job, and that's just kind of taken a lot out of me lately. But good pay, making close to like $20 an hour.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, $20 an hour would be pretty good for a night shift at least.
Yeah, how about you?
It was actually just working every day, getting too tired of everything going on, and just left my job not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing bad with that. If a job's making you miserable, I think you should leave. I mean, you probably have something set up down the line, but you're in a position that you can afford to not have something set up.
I can take it easy for a little bit, look at my own leisurely pace. And
yeah, my job's hiring if you're interested.
No, I wouldn't mind, probably. Labor, though. I don't know if I could do labor. Heavy lifting.
Well, sanitation. They're doing sanitation.
Oh, sanitation sucks at factories.
Yeah, but this isn't your typical factory, so...
Well, okay, yeah. Typical well, I mean, it depends on what the sanitation would include, but...
I think you would just clean the aisles. Throw garbages, clean bathrooms. That's a bit.
And, like, cleaning aisles alone, like, pressure wash kind of thing?
No. Like, broom.
Okay, well, I was going to say, like, I did sanitation when I was working at the factory in Pocatello, and I had to pressure wash, like, the floor, clean the machines, and...
I don't think it'd be anything that complicated.
Yeah, I had to wear a chemical suit because of the chemicals we were working with, or, like, a raincoat kind of thing. So,
I don't know, maybe you could become a driver.
Driver? Yeah, driver would be fun.
Yeah.
I was going to say, at this point, my list of jobs that I've had is so weird and crazy. Like,
yeah, starting OnlyFans.
I just need more weird things to add to my repertoire.
I'm sure there's someone out there that would pay to see pictures of your feet.
What is up with everybody wanting to see my feet?
Really?
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
I guess I would.
Some people I talk to, they're like, send me feet pics, and it's just like, no. How about a hand pic? And I sent him a hand pic.
Equally weird.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not, depending on who it is, at least it's not saying like, hey, nudes, send them.
Yeah, I mean, nudes would be a pretty penny. Hand pics, free.
But feet pics are just out of the question for you.
Well, because I'd have to, like, I'd have to work on my feet. I'd have to make them presentable. I'd have to get, like, some makeup, some blush. I'd have to blush up my feet a little bit.
Okay.
You know, paint my nails.
Sounds crazy. What have you been up? What have you been up to this?
No, wait. So wait, if someone asked you for feet pics and you were like gonna do it, you would just take a picture of your feet and send it. You wouldn't like.
I guess so.
Really, I would want to put out my best feet.
They want the natural. They want the natural, man.
Oh yeah. What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Nothing really.
Nothing.
Kind of just enjoying myself, listening to new music, more music. Music's always good. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I know we saw Demon Slayer. Last week.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, we saw it Saturday, I believe. It was my second time watching it. It was his first time.
Yeah, it was a good movie, even though I hadn't finished the series.
Yeah.
And we missed the first 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, but you didn't miss too much.
No, I imagine I didn't miss too much, but, you know. It's kind of like, I don't know, imagine watching the first episode of Evangelion and then going to see 3.33.
But you've seen more than the first episode.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. It's equivalent, almost.
I guess so.
Like, you understand the concept of the show, but when you watch the movie, you don't understand how we got there.
True, but I mean, I feel like I kind of miss those times.
You miss being a clueless, like...
Well, no, I miss with streaming and stuff, it's easier to watch shows in order stuff, but like... You know, back in the day before even DVR, you know, you'd just be flipping through channels. And if we were still in that period, we'd just probably find a random episode of Demon Slayer possibly just playing on Toonami.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, oh, geez, like, this is a good series. Like, there's no internet, but like, this is a really good series. I want to get into this.
Yeah.
But like, we don't know what's going on. Like, I've told the story of like... with Bleach, and I got spoiled because I watched other episodes of Bleach
later on,
and they talked about a villain. The villain, oh, we're fighting this guy, we gotta stop him. And then, like, I went to go rewatch it from the beginning, and that guy that's the villain was a good guy.
Yeah.
And then he dies, and it's like, oh, I know he ain't freaking dead.
Yeah. Do any of us truly know the arc the George Lopez show takes?
I've been watching George Lopez.
If you really think about it, as a kid, did you know what episode you watched, at what point in time that was in George Lopez's life? I can't even tell you how many episodes of George Lopez show there are.
I think I could tell just by his hair. When he had long hair, it was like the earlier seasons.
Did George Lopez ever have long hair?
Yeah.
That's a weird...
Because in one episode they said his nickname in school used to be Spuds.
Okay. Alright.
The earlier episodes he had really long hair. And then in the later seasons, his hair was cut.
Speaking of 90s movies, TV shows, I watched Evolution.
Evolution?
Movie, yeah, the movie you told me that you really liked.
Evolution.
That's it. That's the show. That's the movie. Sorry.
Evolution. I'm trying to remember this.
It's a meteor crashes onto Earth, and the spores or whatever come off it. They like evolve at a super fast rate. I don't know what else to tell you. It's like a Stephen King movie.
I'm looking this up right now because...
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Well, I remember you telling me about it, saying it was your favorite movie, or that you really liked it. And the way you explained it, I thought it was a totally serious movie, and I just wasn't interested at all.
This does not look recognizable to me at all.
Really? I fucking hate you. Because I watched this movie because I was like, oh, that's the movie Juan wanted me to watch. And I watched it. And it's a good movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this.
Oh. What the hell were you telling me then?
I guess just looking at it, was it the movie with Tim Allen when they're in the sci-fi show and aliens watch the sci-fi show?
That's Galaxy Quest.
Okay.
And I also watched that.
Dreamcatcher?
Oh, that might have been it. What's Dreamcatcher about?
It's the one with the aliens and... It's hard for me to explain.
I'm assuming you were talking about Dreamcatcher.
And one alien came and gave the others powers.
Yep. Okay, yeah, you were talking about Dreamcatcher, and I totally mistook it for Evolution. I
have no idea how.
I don't know.
What's Evolution about?
So, these two college geologists they pretty much decide that they're going to go check out a meteor because the government wants them to because they're part of a geological foundation. They find multi-celled organisms on the meteor, and they evolve at a super fast pace, millions of years in the course of a couple hours, and it just gets out of control. It's a comedy, though. I
mean, it looks like a comedy just looking at the cover.
It's a good comedy. I miss 90s movies and TV shows because the comedy's up there.
They're just not the same anymore.
They're just not the same. That's what I want to say.
At my job, on Graveyard at least, someone's always bringing movies in, and we watch them during break and lunch. And I think he brought in Top Gun.
Oh, hell yeah.
And this is the first time I've seen it, so...
Yeah.
So I guess I never knew that a scene in Family Guy was a reference to Top Gun.
Yeah.
When Stewie beats up Bin Laden.
Okay.
And it's like, who are you? And it's like, I'm Stewie Griffin, and don't let me catch you in Quahog.
Yeah.
And he leaves, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's a reference to this movie. And I was laughing because it was funny.
Yeah. Top Gun's a good movie.
He goes in his car and something happens and he goes off and then he starts his car almost runs him over and then he shoots at his car and I think it blows up or it just gets away. It's like, did anyone get the license plate on that car?
Yeah.
Or the Robin Hood and the Men in Tights.
Yeah, Robin Hood and Men in Tights is good.
It's like there's not really comedies like that anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so funniest scene in Evolution. I'm gonna spoil it. Okay. Okay, so the aliens, they can't survive in our atmosphere. They can't breathe oxygen. It kills them immediately. The two main characters, they go into where the meteor is because it's like underground and it's not really exposed to oxygen because it's all this hydrogen and stuff that's given off by the meteor. They go in with these suits, right? And the one character gets one of the alien insects in his suit and it goes through his skin and stuff kind of derails and all that, and they take him to a government medical facility, and they have him strapped down to a gurney, and it's crawling through his skin. It's on his lower ankle, and it crawls up, and they're like, it's going to his it's on his leg. We got to amputate his leg, and he says, "Don't cut my leg off! Don't cut my leg off!" And then they're like, "Hold on! It's moving further up," and they're like, "It's moving to his testicles." And he's like, "Cut the damn leg off! Cut the damn leg off!" And well, it decides to go around to his back, and they get the alien out by pulling it out of his ass.
Oh wow!
And it's an amazing scene. But yeah, they don't make movies like they used to. Comedy-wise, I feel like we kind of watered down comedies to make them more accessible to everybody.
Impossible. I mean, in today's time, everything just seems to be offense. People take offense to everything, or they draw lines where they're not there. Like they said, Pepe Le Pew contributes to our culture.
Yeah, bad word culture.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I almost slipped.
It was kind of like, okay.
Yeah. What was the whole thing?
It was like, it gets to this point that it was like, okay, so who gets to decide or SpongeBob as well, like them saying that I forget the name of the episode, but it's when Mr. Crab is feeling old.
Yeah.
And he wants to feel young again, so he hangs out with SpongeBob and Patrick.
They do the
I just call it "Are You Feeling It, Mr. Krabs" episode. And they said that episode's never going to air on television again because of the panty raid.
Wow.
So I guess it's the idea of who gets to decide what's acceptable and not acceptable for...
I was going to say, I watched another movie, Shanghai Noon. That has Owen Wilson and
Jackie Chan
in it.
Is that the first one or the second one?
First one.
The first one.
But I was watching it and there was something that happened. It was like a joke with Jackie Chan's character. And it just felt like, okay, if this was released today, would we cancel Jackie Chan? Literally the most wholesome, hardworking person of our generation, of a generation.
Possibly.
And it's a sad thought.
People use Twitter as a weapon.
Yeah, no, because Twitter gets bored. And that's just the world we live in, where I guess you could just cancel people for things that happened a long time ago.
Yeah, or people just complain for really weird reasons. Because I watch a bunch of art videos and stuff, and because I watch art videos, YouTube recommends me people talking about art things.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing apparently there are people on Twitter that complain about people oh, you didn't give this person the right skin tone color and stuff like that, and it's just weird, and it's just oh my gosh. Or I see one that make fun of them, the people that say oh, fixed it, and they
Yeah.
make the character like plus size or just do stuff like that to a character.
Yeah. They give characters flaws. Like, I don't know. I've seen some weird ones.
But that's the beauty of fan art. It's like, I mean, don't just go complaining about it. I mean, you kind of keep that to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, and... Well, I think the biggest thing I see is with Japanese characters that, like, have, like, a darker skin tone that we know are, like, they're tan.
Yeah.
People are, like, saying, like, they're a person of color, like...
They're just Gyaru.
Yeah, when it's like... It's like you didn't draw them black enough. It's kind of like, yeah, but they're tan. It's like...
Yeah.
It's like, and then it's like, I saw a complaint in a Pokemon game, and it was like, yeah, but they're just not as tan in this game as they were in the last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting further and further away from the whole idea of art being subjective.
Yeah.
And more so in that art
well, I
has
mean,
to be proper.
That whole thing, we've talked about that thing with the banana.
Yeah, yeah. Which I don't know. The banana in itself is like peak subjectiveness, right? But with shows, movies, anything, I guess, is it all right to take away the subjectiveness of it?
I mean, I think it's subjectiveness, but it's also the person. Because say if James Franco just did a bunch of scribbles,
yeah,
and drew a cat somewhere in those scribbles, pretty sure James Franco could sell it for a hefty price.
Yeah, yeah.
But now say someone else does the exact same piece, like James Franco never did that piece, but someone else does the piece, some no-name person.
Yeah.
No one's gonna pay for that.
Exactly. Yeah. Another movie I watched, Fanboys. I feel like you should definitely watch this. I feel like everybody should watch this movie. It's pretty good. It's on YouTube. It's free.
Is it new?
No. 2003 or two, like shortly after the prequel films of Star Wars were released.
Are you feeling old?
I am feeling a little bit old, but gosh, it's about these group of friends who are big Star Wars fanatics, and this is after the original trilogy of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, right? And one of their friends has cancer, and the whole movie is about them going to break into the Skywalker Ranch to steal the OG copy of the first Star Wars movie so that their friend can see it before he dies. And it's a really good movie.
Because they want the unedited version. Is that what this thing is?
No, they don't want I mean, it would be the unedited version or whatever. But pretty much, he's not going to make it to the release date of the movie. And that's a really good movie, I feel like, for anybody to watch.
That sounds interesting.
It is. It's hilarious. Seth Rogen's in it. A lot of high names.
Really? I'm surprised I haven't heard of it if Seth Rogen's in it.
Yeah, no, we're talking like 2003, 2001 or something.
Before Seth got really big.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird seeing actors I know now in past movies, like before they got big. It's like, oh, they're in this movie?
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting.
But even then, we gotta think that, like, back then they were semi-big.
Possibly.
I was gonna say, Mars Attacks, that classic movie. What is that, like 99?
I have no idea.
Something like that. Jack Black's in it.
He's in it?
He's in it.
Is he just like a side character?
Yeah, he's a side character. Kevin Bacon's in it as well, I believe. No, who played Marty McFly?
I have no idea.
God damn it. That's gonna bug me. There's a lot of high names in Mars Attacks. Danny DeVito's in it, and like young Danny DeVito.
Well, I mean, yeah, Danny's up there in age, man.
Yeah. But it's weird to think that Danny DeVito and Jack Black are like 10 years or something apart. They'd have to be, because they look similar in age. Oh, gosh.
I mean, you've been watching classic movies. I've just been watching a bunch of the newer movies.
I don't want to watch new movies anymore. Like, someone... Because you didn't really say anything about the Mortal Kombat movie, right?
Well, I told you I was a bit disappointed.
Yeah. I knew from the start I didn't want to watch the Mortal Kombat movie, but I had another person tell me about their experience with the Mortal Kombat movie, and they said it was a meh movie, and a bad Mortal Kombat movie. Is what they told me.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll start there with that one. So, this is going to be my review of Mortal Kombat. I'm going to tell Quentin because he won't watch the movie, but he's just here to tell me. Go on, you can say it.
I told you so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, it was better than Annihilation, but that's not very hard to do in the first place. And I guess this is the first director they got. Well, actually, no, this is weird because I saw from one of our friends sharing something on their timeline from like the past.
Yeah.
And they were talking that James Gunn was supposed to be the director.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he stepped down or what happened with that, but they got some new director, this is their debut film, as far as I know. And they just hit some marks really well. I mean, the beginning was pretty good, the whole thing with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but like they add a bunch of lore that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like we talked about this the other one, if you've seen the trailer, when it's like people having the mark of the Mortal Kombat logo on their skin.
Yeah, they're chosen.
Yeah, they're chosen, or you can take it from someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess because you have that mark, you can tap into this power, which is the way for them to explain why Liu Kang can shoot fireballs out of his hand and Sonya can shoot pink rays out of her hand.
Her mist.
I guess so. Was it Miss?
It's like you're talking about like her seduction kiss kind of thing.
Well, no, like she shoots like a pink beam, like a pink thing. Apparently, it's like a move from like the classic game.
She'd blow a kiss and that would stun you.
Huh.
Yeah. So I think they just changed it because it was.
Kano can shoot a laser out of his eye.
Yeah.
Out of one eye.
Wait, he has to tap into that power to do that?
You need the marking in order to do that.
They didn't just be like, okay, yeah, I know he's like from the future.
But Kano, I'm gonna say this, Kano carried the movie. The most enjoyable parts are Kano's lines and him just talking about like.
That's because you're
him reacting.
You're a Kano fanboy.
I'm not a Kano fanboy.
Yes, you are.
I'm a Cabal fanboy.
Oh, Cabal,
and
sorry.
they did not do him justice. This kid, I mean, I'd say it this way. Have you seen the original Street Fighter movie?
Yeah.
I think it has Van Damme. Is it Van
Yep.
Damme? It felt like that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, do you like the original Street Fighter movie?
Yeah, it's not bad. I was going back and watching it.
Well, I guess with nostalgia eyes, but if someone knew what to watch, they'd probably hate it. But, like, you know how in that movie they just threw a bunch of characters in there and, like, no lore on them? I don't think Ryu or Ken do a single Hadouken in that movie.
Yeah.
It was like that. They threw a bunch of these characters into the movie with no real explanation on who they are or what they're about.
Yeah.
And it just kind of suffers for that because this movie really hinges on you already knowing these characters.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, there's Cabal. He has his blades. He can move fast. People that play the games know this.
Mm-hmm.
But in the movie, he just kind of shows up. He's just kind of someone that is working with Shang Shung. I can't even say because still not saying Shang Shung.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'm saying that right.
Probably not. I don't know. I don't remember.
But yeah, he's working with him, and then there's this. I guess his name's like Rhino or something, or Rhino. He's some dude with a hammer, and he has no lines. He's just there to grunt.
I have no idea who you're talking about, but yeah.
I have no idea who he was either.
Must be from Armageddon.
Possibly Armageddon had everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's just. Yeah, just a lot of
you have to be
weird things.
You have to know Mortal Kombat a lot to even know what you're seeing.
Yes, because.
But also.
Things just happen. Shang Tsung's just there talking about stuff, and like he takes someone's soul. And it's like, oh, I love when he does this. He's about to take his soul, and it's kind of like. Well, I mean, I know he does that, but from the normal movie watcher, they're not going to know that this guy can do that.
Yeah.
Or what it's about, but I'll give them props that they did a different plot line than the original Mortal Kombat, because this is like a prequel to the tournament.
Okay.
because I guess what the plan is since people have the markings and they're chosen, Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung's ultimate plan is we're gonna go kill them before the tournament.
Yeah.
So there's going to be no participants for the tournament
from the Earth realm.
Yeah, we'll just win by forfeit. So Shang Tsung sends Sub-Zero and others, and the new character Cole. I mean, he's an original character for Mortal Kombat. First off, but they don't do anything interesting with him.
What do you mean he's an original character?
Like, he's not in any of the games. Cole is like a new character that they made for this movie.
I feel like you'd have to explain Cole's whole thing.
He's a fighter. That's his thing.
Any powers?
Alright, spoilers for Mortal Kombat. I'm just gonna say that. You know, this is spoiler talking about a bunch of things. His special power, because this movie turns into the Power Ranger plotline.
Okay.
Of like that movie that came with Bryan Cranston, that Power Rangers. It becomes that at some point where...
Hey, Power Rangers always had Bryan Cranston in it.
Yeah, okay, when Bryan Cranston was Zordon.
He was Zordon.
Not in the original?
Yeah, in the original TV show, he was Zordon.
No?
Okay, I'm fucking going crazy then.
Bryan Cranston played a lot of the villains.
Okay, continue.
But, okay, it's that plot line because they have that mark and Liu Kang tells them about, like, tapping into their power, and everyone's power is special. Like I said, Kano shoots lasers, Liu Kang's just fireballs.
Power.
Kung Lao is using his... I don't even know what Kung Lao's was. I guess the idea that he could just manipulate his hat.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, he does the fatality when he throws the hat to the ground and it just starts spinning and...
He pulls them in?
Pulls someone in, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't pull them in, he face plants them into it.
Okay.
Which the fatalities are pretty cool. I mean, the blood can be kind of cartoony, like blood pinata cartoony.
Yeah. Thinking Quentin Tarantino levels of blood?
No.
Okay.
It's not that good.
Okay.
I'd say a bit worse than Ninja Assassin.
Oh. Ninja Assassin's pretty good though. With the blood.
Yeah, but make it more so.
Yeah, okay.
But they do that, becomes that, and it's like, okay, you gotta tap into your power, because if you can't tap into your power, you're a liability in the tournament.
Okay.
So most of the movie is them just tapping into their power, trying to get their power, and Sonya's sidelined because she doesn't have a mark.
Okay.
And Jax has one because he killed someone with a mark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Okay, back on track. What are Cole's powers?
Okay. He has the powers the same powers that Black Panther's suit had in his movie.
I don't...
He could just take hits and then it just builds up and he can release it.
Is that Black Panther's power?
Well, that's not his power, but in the movie, his sister makes him a suit that it absorbs the kinetic energy and then he can direct it back.
Okay. Wow, what a cheap power. I don't know, I don't like
But here's the stupid thing. There was, okay, so people have talked about this, that Cole should have become Scorpion.
Cole should have.
Should have been Scorpion.
Why is that?
Well, because he's connected to Scorpion's bloodline.
Okay.
And the horror movie, the beginning is there's a prophecy that someone from the Shirai Ryu Scorpion's clan, and specifically Hanzo Hasashi's bloodline, will unite the fighters to win Mortal Kombat. Which, rewatching it again, because my coworker brought it to work,
yeah,
and I was watching it for the second time, and I was thinking about the whole Mortal Kombat thing, how it says you need 10 straight victories in order to invade a place, but if you lose one, you can't invade, which I thought, like, is that fair?
I feel like you're missing a point, or like a couple points in that, because I don't know. I have no idea about...
Well, but no, it's in the Mortal Kombat, but they have to win so many tournaments, but it's the idea of, like, okay, Quentin, I'm going to give you this prize if you can beat me 10 times.
Yeah.
And you beat me 9 times. but you lose that 10th one, so you can't get that prize anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you say that's fair?
It's not necessarily fair, but I feel like... I don't know. I thought it was whichever world won 10 times lived and the rest were destroyed.
No.
Okay, well,
no, you're thinking of Dragon Ball Z's Tournament of Power.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, I hope all of you are as confused as I am by that.
Oh, it's very confusing. So, because of that, they decide to send Sub-Zero there to kill Hanzo Azashi's bloodline, but they had a baby in the floorboard, so his bloodline lives on, and centuries later, Cole is the bloodline, and I guess because of how great they are, the marking just gets passed down. So Cole was born with it, he didn't have to kill anyone, he just had it.
Oh, so he gets a freebie?
Yeah, he gets a freebie.
Okay.
But the movie moves really fast, and like I said, they just introduce characters, and some fights are just really lackluster.
Mm.
It's like, okay, this fight starts. Okay, the fight ended. That was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like, Sonya kills someone, she does her thing, it hits them, and they're dead. It's like, okay, that fight was like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that character would be bigger, because in the video games, they're pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think with how things, with everything wanting to be a cinematic universe, I think Mortal Kombat could be.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, just imagine if the first movie was a Scorpion movie and it was like Ninja John Wick.
Yeah.
It was Scorpion's family getting killed and Scorpion just hunting down the Lin Kuei to find Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
And in the end, Scorpion dies.
We already got that movie.
And then end credit scene.
We already got that movie with the animated movie.
That was the first 5 minutes, though. This should be a whole movie dedicated to Scorpion just being like John Wick and awesome fights.
Okay, sure.
And then Mortal Kombat could be the Avengers movie.
Yeah. Culminating in the Mortal Kombat.
It was pretty lackluster. I mean, it's a fun movie. I mean, it's just dumb fun. But you don't like dumb fun movies?
I don't like dumb fun. I'm sorry to say, but
I know.
fun makes you dumb.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I also watched Godzilla vs. Kong, which I freaking loved.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I imagine it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, so, you know how you're saying that you just can't watch new movies?
Yeah.
I'm kind of hitting you on a point there, but I'm not, like, quite at your level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting kind of done with trailers.
Yeah.
I'm kind of want to just go into things blind and watch it for the first time without knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that trailers definitely ruin going to movies.
I mean, we've always had trailers, but like for Godzilla vs. Kong, the first instance
Spoilers.
I saw of it, I'm not really talking spoilers, was a scene on, I bought HBO Max and they put out like a little trailer, like all of the Warner Brothers movies are coming to HBO Max this year. And I saw Godzilla plopping out onto a ship, and I thought, like, I don't remember that from any Godzilla movie. And then it shows a clip of the Mortal Kombat movie, another movie, and then it shows Kong punching Godzilla. And I just leapt from my seat and went, yes! Actually scared my family.
Okay.
Because they were like, you just screamed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And after seeing that, I was like, that's enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know anything else about the movie. I don't want to know how they're fighting, why they're fighting on the ship, or what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I did get spoiled because toys.
Of course.
And that was Mechagodzilla's inclusion in the movie.
Yeah.
Which I was pissed at.
Yeah.
Because the very beginning alludes to Mechagodzilla.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh geez, what's this glowing thing? And I'm like, I know it's Mechagodzilla.
Mm-hmm.
I already know where this is going. But everything else was new to me.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the movie. It's not for everyone. Because all the complaints that every Godzilla film has ever gotten, this movie has gotten those complaints.
Okay.
Like, oh, dumb human characters.
Oh, yeah,
Like, none of this makes any sense. And it's like, yeah, but that's in every Godzilla film. I mean, I understand there's like leaps we've made because Godzilla 2014, we had regular technology.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this one, we jump like thousands of years with our technology.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like machines that can handle like gravity inversion.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, we had to put Godzilla in the
Being able to download a power source.
No.
Why no?
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Oh my god.
I mean, have they ever made sense?
I know, but that just makes... That hurts.
I know. It was kind of like, okay.
You wouldn't illegally download a car, would you? That's what it reminds me of.
Well, there's a part they get this power source,
and they plug a USB.
And then it's like, they got the power source, we'll be able to recreate it within seconds, and they're like somewhere else. I'm like, okay.
Jeez.
But I enjoyed it. I mean, it delivers. You get Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
And there is a clear winner.
Oh.
There's a clear winner. There's like, nah, that person got spanked.
Okay.
And yeah, another movie I watched was Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I don't know that movie.
No, it's got Bob Odrinick. The guy that plays Sal in Better Call Saul.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's him, and he's basically, I want to say it's kind of a spoof parody of John Wick.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like this guy that's like, living everyday life, but, his family's still alive. He has his wife, he has his kids.
Oh.
And he used to be like this secret like this person that used to be like a killer and did all this stuff.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I've seen a trailer for this.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of follows the same beats of John Wick. He does begin his call to action for his hero's journey similar to John, where it's kind of like this kind of, you're doing all of this because of like this one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, John Wick was totally justifiable. You kill a dog, yeah, you're all gonna die.
Yeah.
This one was even more ridiculous.
I want to guess, but I know I'm going to be wrong.
With spoilers for Nobody, it was a kitty cat bracelet.
It was stolen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they think it's stolen.
They think it's stolen.
Or yeah, because he gets robbed in the beginning.
Okay.
And later in the dad that Sebastian doesn't like do anything to the assailants because he notices that they aren't really a threat, kind of thing.
Yeah.
For a reason, and then he's basically getting called like a bitch throughout like the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. I've definitely seen a trailer for this.
So he's kind of like a guy that's just kind of like, I used to do this stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of wants to get back on that. And I want to say it's in a believable action because he doesn't just turn on the switch and start kicking everyone's ass. Mm-hmm. Like, the first fight he gets in, like, he gets beat up a bit before he starts beating them.
Reminds me of that one movie, but I can't remember the name
Red?
of it. No.
This kind of reminded me of, like, Red meets John Wick.
Okay. I don't know, I'm thinking of this movie where this guy, like, just has a really bad day, and it pretty much just excels.
Falling Down?
Maybe. Is it an older movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably Falling Down.
He shoots up a burger joint.
Yes, okay, yep.
Yeah, I think that's Falling Down.
Reminds me of Falling Down.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, it's pretty similar to that. But yeah, then watched Demon Slayer, if you want to talk about that.
Spoilers for Demon Slayer?
Sure, yeah.
My boy Rengoku didn't deserve this.
Oh.
Alright? That's all I really have to say about it. Because honestly, like, it's still going, There's still more to be done. Not much I can really say about that, but... No, good movie, good action, good humor.
Would you have wanted it to be a series instead of a movie? Or do you think that was better?
For this arc being a movie, I think it's better.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because it's easy to see like where the breaks would be, you know, between shows, between episodes. But
Yeah.
getting all of it done in one sitting is a good way to do an arc.
Yeah. It's funny because I've been watching reviews of people that don't watch anime reviewing this because it was in the theaters and they decided to watch it.
Yeah.
And it's just funny seeing them trying to explain it. One dude is like, it's like samurai Ghostbusters on a train. And I don't know what kind of... I feel like maybe they got different translations, but some reviewers watched like a really weird translated version of it.
Yeah.
Like they were showing clips of it, and like I was reading the translation. I was like, that don't make no sense, and that was never said.
Okay. Like they went in and they got like the Portuguese.
They got like a bootleg translation of a bootleg. I swear. But yeah, it was a good movie. I'm glad of this arc. The people I see reviewing it that complain about it, they said that things like are moving too fast, or they said like that last fight like just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, honestly, and
Which I mean,
felt like the same.
It does come out of nowhere, but I feel like Demon Slayer's already kind of done that with things just kind of happening. Like, oh, I just happen to be in this location that the leader of this group is in.
Yeah, it's good Demon Slayer fun is what the movie is essentially.
Well, I mean, I've seen for anime to be successful, it usually just needs to have a pretty simple plot, and if you have stellar animation, you're probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, say if Demon Slayer had like the animation of what's a subpar fighting anime that isn't that big that like they put out.
Hajime no Ippo.
Screw you.
I'm talking like 90s Hajime no Ippo or Berserk.
Even that was good.
Yeah, no, I'm no like. Well, we're anime dudes, so we.
But I'm talking about like
subpar fights. Okay, let's say
Blood Lad.
Madoka Box or Madoka Box.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like yeah.
Let's just say if it had an animation like that and the fights were like how that is.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't have done that as well.
Naruto Shippuden.
I mean, sometimes the fights are bad. Sometimes they're really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like it depends.
But I mean, animes are kind of going away from being super long running, and they try to get the story moving faster.
Yeah.
Because it's like sometimes arcs will finish like in 6 episodes when like we'd be in this area for like a good 32 episodes sometimes. Yeah. It's like these guys are still fighting in this area.
Well, that's coming from a Dragon Ball fan.
Yeah, but Naruto too.
Okay, yeah.
It's like how long Naruto fights Gaara in the tuning exam after the tuning exam. Just like, yeah, that takes a while. Like it's a span of episodes, and then you take something like Demon Slayer, where it's like the spider arc finished like in 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, we're getting to that point. I would say I don't know if we're ever gonna get another long running anime.
I mean, Black Clover is pretty close to there.
Yeah.
Also depends how much filler they want to throw in.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the movies I've watched. I loved it. That was my second time watching Demon Slayer, and I still loved it.
Yeah.
And I've read the manga because I saw one too many spoilers, and I was like, I'm just gonna go read the manga because I don't want anything else spoiled. I want to figure this out on my own.
Gonna fight the spoilers by spoiling it for yourself by actually.
I mean,
reading
is it spoiling itself?
No. But it's like the only way you can fight spoilers is by already knowing the spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is there a manga you've read that gets an anime later, and you're like, I'm excited for it? No.
Honestly, I can't think of one that I've.
So would you say if like Pun Pun got an anime announcement?
Well, okay, if Pun Pun got an anime announcement, yeah, I guess I do have one, and that's Shield Hero. I was caught up on Shield Hero, and then they announced the anime. The anime came out, I watched it, and
Now, would you say would you have rather had you've never read the manga and you watched Shield Hero as the anime and experienced it solely that way?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I was going to say, because, like, the day that first episode came out, there were so many spoilers about the first episode.
Like the first episode had a bunch of hints towards what was to come? Or?
No. Like, there's a big thing in the first episode, and there were a bunch of spoilers about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend my friend actually started watching the episode, like, this was a long time ago. But he was like, I started Shield Hero, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good one. It's stupid that it has all this controversy behind it. And then there's like, what controversy? I'm like, how much have you seen? I'm like, a little bit of the first episode. I'm like, you'll find out. Like, he just watched like the first beginning part of the first episode. I'm like, you'll find out by the ending of episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. But
alright then, let's get to the topics.
It's gonna be a weird backtrack.
Yeah, kind of is. But we're unprepared. We don't really even edit these.
Should.
Takes too much time, man.
Time, effort, yeah.
I'm putting more time towards drawing than this.
Gotta follow those shonen rules: friendship, justice.
Nah, the top YouTubers, they pay people to edit their videos.
Well, yeah, but that's because that they're there. You think they didn't edit their videos when they first started?
Probably not.
Oh no, they definitely did.
Alright, first topic is job retention.
I think it's alright to quit a job that you're not enjoying anymore.
Yeah?
Or suffering from, mentally or physically.
Yeah, but I guess where do you draw the line of... You just couldn't hit, like, this job was making me miserable, or you're just complaining?
Well, okay, if you start a job and you're like, this job's making me miserable, that's where I draw the line. When you start, you're first there, you're learning the ropes, you're getting, like, taught everything, and you're like, I hate this job. Like, no. You gotta stop crying, stop whining, and stick with it for at least another 2 weeks. It's the thing. If after 2 weeks you've learned what you've needed to learn and all that, and you're still hating it, I think you should be able to leave. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay. I guess instead of like, how long do you think you should stay at a job before like moving on? If it's one you don't mind working at.
Well, that's very subjective. That's subjective to like pay, like where you're at in your life, kind of thing. Like, there's nothing that really can tell you that like, hey, you should move on.
True, but I mean at my job I'm hearing like people like are getting
Retiring.
their 10-year anniversary.
Well, yeah,
Like have been there for 10 years.
they're getting ready to retire.
And when I heard that, my thought process was like, I don't think I want to be here for 10 years.
Yeah. And then you don't have to be. That's the nice
But I
thing
don't
about
know what job I'd go to. I mean, I definitely want a less physical job after working this one. But it's like, what would I go to? What would pay good?
You just have to look around. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll start an OnlyFans.
Or you can start an OnlyFans, yeah.
If only I was a female that was totally stacked, I could just use my body.
Yeah.
If only.
If only. That is, I don't want to think about that too much. Oh, it's very sexist for you to say. I don't know.
You know what? I don't put people into groups, Quentin. I see individuals.
You see individuals?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that person's okay kind of thing?
Yeah.
So some OnlyFans people are okay and some aren't?
I mean, I don't know them, but I imagine so.
Sure, you don't know them. But, I don't know, even OnlyFans is kind of like run its loop kind of thing, which is weird.
What do you mean run its loop?
I think it's had enough controversies and it's such a thing that people, you're either in it or you're not.
You're either in it or you're not.
And once we...
Is this drugs? This sounds like drugs.
No, we've reached the bell curve of OnlyFans. OnlyFans reached its peak and now we're on the down tilt. At some point, OnlyFans, something's going to happen and it's going to just be gone. It's going to be a distant memory for
Everyone's just going to go to Twitch again. Is that a thing, actually?
What, Twitch OnlyFans or like?
Well, no, like females like playing games in their bikinis and like having millions of fans.
Yes, it is a thing, and there's a good amount of controversy behind that as well.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wait, I just saw a meme on it when it was like, I've had my Twitch stream for like this many years, took me this long to get this. This woman's had it for 3 months and already has more followers than I do.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's not even good at the games.
Yeah, it's definitely that weird thing where Twitch, you have to be good, have a good personality, or be a girl, a hot girl. Like, Twitch was OnlyFans before OnlyFans. Which is not really interesting, it's just a thought.
I thought Kickstarter was OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
No, Kickstarter, you had to put out a product.
I know.
Have a theme behind it.
I'm just joking.
Okay, well...
So with you leaving this job, what kind of work are you wanting to go for next? Do you have any idea?
I want a job where I sit. And I don't have to deal with people too often.
Driving, man.
Yeah. Driving would be perfect, I would say.
I mean, if they offer you and you get it, I think my job's saying that they're giving like $1,000.
Yeah.
For like the words escaping me when you recommend someone, or when you tell someone about this job and if they get it and they said you referred them.
Yeah, well, those are the words.
Yeah, okay.
It's a referral.
A referral, yes.
Yeah. So what? You're wanting to refer me? So
No,
you get $1,000?
I won't get it.
Why won't you get it?
Because I'm not the driver. The driver has to do it.
Oh, gotcha.
But I mean, I think that's something you'd enjoy. You love listening to music.
Yeah, that's what I just did for 5 hours, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, driving in my car.
I mean, would you want to go solo or would you want a partner?
Solo.
Solo.
Yeah, I'd hate having someone else that I have to make small talk with. And also, you know me in my car. The second a good song comes on, I'm turning that up and I'm jamming.
I guess good point. I mean, they'd be sleeping. You don't want to disturb their sleep.
Yeah. Like, I've run my voice hoarse singing the music.
I mean, I don't know how much longer I want to be at this job. I mean, I'm on full-time now.
Yeah.
And making pretty good money, but, you know, it's kind of like... I stop and realize sometimes, like, I don't want to be here for 10 years, or I don't want to just be another small cog in this machine that just keeps going and going.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a kid just so that kid can suffer the same fate.
Yeah, exactly. Well, honestly, just you have the money for it. You
just don't have kids.
Move.
I'm saving my would-be future kids
the pain
by being abstinent.
Abstinent by choice.
Yes.
Yes, choice.
By choice. Totally. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm planning to save to the end of this year. I think I can save up to 20,000.
Yeah, jeez.
And then hopefully go to Texas and see what that has to offer.
Yeah, exactly. Go to Texas, kind of
find more opportunities to something that, you know, I'd enjoy going to work to do.
Yeah, exactly. Be like a secretary or something.
Yes, secretary.
I wouldn't mind being a secretary or an accountant. Someone told me I should be an accountant. And it's like, I'm not that good with numbers. Like, fuck.
That's why you get good.
I know, right? I just get good.
I'm not that good at Smash Bros, but I gotta get good. Alright. Guess the next topic we have, let's talk about our tattoos. I don't know if we've ever done this.
I don't know if we've ever talked about tattoos yet.
Like our specific tattoos.
Yeah. Do you want me to go first?
So, yeah, you can go first.
Do you want me to do all my tattoos, or do you want to go one by one? Like
all of your tattoos.
Alright. Well, I have my Devil May Cry 4 Sparta tattoo.
Say what it means to you, too.
Yeah, it's my religion.
Your religion.
It's my religion. Okay. Because words of Sparta, Sparta's sons, is pretty much the more human you are, the stronger you are. It's the one thing that separates us from demons, kind of thing. So being human makes you strong. And it's a nice thing to think about, to me. I have my Luffy Straw Hat Pirate's heart tattoo on my arm. And that one is Brotherhood. It's the Brotherhood tattoo.
Yeah.
As we'll come to find out. And then I have my Oyasumi Pun Pun tattoo on my arm. And that one's my most depressing one. Because for me, it goes from childhood to death. It's my Omega and my Alpha and Omega. Sorry. And it pretty much starts left to right, kid, all the way to being a kid, having dreams and imagination, to being adult / teenage.
And just getting crushed down by life.
And being crushed down by life. And then it's got the sunflowers, which represents my death. Not even death, but my death. And those are my tattoos.
So you want me to? So instead of laying you down in a bed of roses, you want me to lay you down in a bed of sunflowers?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Sunflowers on my grave, yeah.
Noted. I'll note that if you die before I do.
Yeah. Just like shit ton of sunflowers. But yeah, those are my tattoos.
Do you plan on any more?
Do you want to go through your tattoos first? Or do you want to go for my next tattoo that I've planned?
You already have like what you're wanting?
Yeah.
All right, sure, go.
It's gonna be a broken heart, okay, with a watcher circle for Drakengard around it, and then it's gonna have a demon shadow dog and a centipede, right? So the whole theme behind it is it's a pact. This is very weird, right? Because I'd have to explain like more and more. But Drakengard, you made pacts with spirits, animals, gods, and stuff. So essentially, have a pact with the Shadow Wolf or whatever I decide, the dog, and the pact with the centipede. But in order to have the pact, you have to give something up. So the heart is what I've given up. I give up my heart. And I have the pact with this the demon dog and the centipede, which make me stronger.
I like the thought behind this. Do you have someone that already has like a sketch down for how it's gonna look?
No, I don't, and it's fucking hard to do the sketch for it.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Would you want to do a sketch of it?
I don't think I could do it justice.
I think you could do it a little bit of justice, honestly, because it'd be a better sketch than what I've sketched.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's I'd probably have to. You probably did. Okay, you know what? I'd try definitely, and if you liked it, be like, awesome.
Yeah, take it to a tattoo shop and have them work it out.
Or you could just explain it to a tattoo artist and see what they come up with.
Okay, here's a tangent story. I've tried, and it was the most horrible thing ever. Because I went to the guy, and I was thinking to myself, I'll get the broken heart, I'll get the centipede, and I'll get the wolf first. And then I'll have the watcher circle put in later. And I gave the dude just like the type of broken heart I wanted. I gave him a reference picture for like what the dog should look like. And I gave him a reference picture of what the centipede should look like. The dude comes back to me after I paid him like $50 or whatever to draw it up and all that. Gave back to me my reference pictures slammed on top of each other. That was it. He didn't do anything. Like, the picture he gave back to me still had the watermarks from my reference pictures on it. And it was just like, I'm not gonna mess, like, that was it. He said he was done. That was what he was gonna put on my body.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not gonna talk to this dude anymore. I'm not going to this tattoo shop anymore. Boom. That was done. Dang. So, that was rough.
That reminds me of, was this Pocatello?
Mm-mm.
Alright, there. I was wondering if it was the same guy that sadly Yarny had a problem with. Because I believe he was going to get a tattoo of Kaneki Ken and Izuku Midoriya or Deku from Hero Academia.
Pharaoh? Wasn't he going to get like a pharaoh? Or an Anubis?
No.
Okay.
But basically, he told them the characters, and then he booked this like months in advance to give the guy time to sketch up a design of them.
Yeah.
And the story he told me, I think this is the right tattoo. I don't know if it's the one that he has on his chest or not, but basically he got to the guy like I think the day of or a week, and the guy's like, "Oh, I don't have anything up here. Let me sketch something real quick."
Oh yeah.
And he probably would have done the same thing, just grabbed like 2 reference photos of the two and then slammed them together.
Yeah, honestly. And sadly, Arnie walked out, right?
He walked out. Yeah.
Okay, good.
He found a better one that drew them.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing on the Deku, I think like his suit is like has white where it doesn't usually have white, or
yeah.
I'd have to look at his leg again.
Yeah. Examine that sexy ass leg.
Yeah, but he's got a bunch of tattoos, and I'm actually giving him quite a bit of money I'm giving him some money as for his birthday gift to put towards a tattoo.
Yeah.
And he told me he's thinking of going with a Soul Eater one.
Which, yeah.
Which I'm not sure how he decides his tattoos.
He kind of just decides.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I'm too
obtuse.
Obtuse and too much of a thinker and too much of what's it called when you can't decide?
Indecisive.
I'm indecisive. It's like because it's like I'm putting this on my body. I want it to be good.
Yeah.
So I only have 2 tattoos. The other one is for the Brotherhood tattoo on my bicep, and as Quentin has Luffy, I have Sabo, and our good friend Settler Yarny has Ace.
Yeah. So you are clubs.
Yeah, clubs, and
Yarny is
spades.
Yeah.
Which I think Ace's logo already has the spade, or I don't know if the spade was just...
It's a part of it, yeah.
It's a part of it, and that's why we decided to add others.
Yeah, exactly.
Just would be something more. And my second tattoo, my shoulder tattoo, my biggest one, is one of Inosuke from Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
And I guess what this one means to me is that 2 of my favorite characters in Demon Slayer are Zenitsu and Inosuke. And I guess I sadly relate more to Zenitsu, because I have that idea of I hate myself, but I want to be confident, and I feel like when I try, I just stumble and fall each time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get so discouraged. But then, like, I know deep down in there's an Inosuke fighting.
Yeah.
Because I've realized this several times throughout my life when I've gotten so down and depressed and just unable to function, feeling like breathing in itself is a chore.
Yeah.
And just thinking like, I have these mindsets, but I'm still working out, I'm still trying to reach these goals, still doing this, so there's still a part of me that's fighting, that hasn't completely given up. Otherwise, I probably would have become a recluse and stopped eating, or eat more and not done any exercise and just shut down and quit my job and live off my parents and all this stuff that is bad decision making.
So you just gotta have it there to represent that little bit, to remind you.
Yeah. The other tattoo I wanted on my shoulder before, like when I thought of a note before the Inosuke one was the Goron logo.
Yeah.
To represent strength. But then it changed to me wanting to get a Inosuke one.
Which is, yeah, honestly, in my opinion, a better one.
Well, yeah, the Goron one would have just been so simple. Would have been cheaper, but the Inosuke one's really good. When I actually went to the Demon Slayer movie on opening night, I cosplayed.
Were you shirtless?
No.
Oh.
I don't think they would have let me go in shirtless.
I don't know. Helmet, shirt. I feel like they would have been like, okay, yeah, no, you're good.
But yeah, I got lots of compliments. I got a what the fuck from a couple of girls I just like walking out of their movie. And like walking back into the mall. got one guy that said, "Dude, can I take a picture of you?" And then I'm like, "Sure." And then like I'm like, "Oh, I got a tattoo too," and that. And sadly, no one else was cosplaying. I was hoping to run into a Tanjiro or another Zenetsu.
Yeah, no, that would have been good.
It would have been awesome. I mean, lots of people were wearing Demon Slayer shirts. I think I saw a dude with the shirt that you have or wanted from Hot Topic or Spencer's.
Of a Demon Slayer one?
No, it wasn't the Demon Slayer one. It was the almost not safe for works shirt.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw someone with a Hayago sweater.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, lots of people wearing Demon Slayer shirts. It was almost packed.
That's nice.
And what was I? I lost my train of thought.
Oh, no, you're
Oh,
right.
with another I guess I'm not sure what other tattoos I want to get. I think about it on series I like, or if I do want them to be meaningful, or if, like you say, sadly, Yarny probably is just like, oh, I'm just gonna get this tattoo slapped on me.
Yeah.
Which I think maybe a Guyver tattoo.
A Guyver tattoo would be cool.
Or I want a tattoo on my chest of the great ape from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's the one I keep thinking would be your next one, is a great ape.
But also, it's like my brother got a tattoo on his chest and they said he bled a lot.
Oh,
So I'm not sure how that would be with me or how much it would hurt.
it wouldn't be that bad, trust me.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's not like a crying pain, but it's kind of like a that stings.
Yeah. That's part of the tattoo process. You gotta work for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do when you get a tattoo in a place you can't reach, like your back,
What do you mean?
and you don't got someone to like, when how you have to clean it?
Yeah.
It's like, what if I can't, like, if I get it on my back, it's like I can't reach.
You go somewhere, you find somebody, you call somebody up.
You call somebody.
Yeah.
Would you wash my back, Quentin?
Wash your back? No. Would I apply ointment? Yes.
Yeah, but you wash the tattoo and then you do the ointment.
I mean, yeah, I would do that. Wipe it with a rag and put ointment on it. Yeah, I'd do that.
All right.
Yeah. I feel like you can pretty much reach any part of your body, though, right?
No. This is like my center back. Like I
think
can't
you're
reach
just
that.
stupid.
You think I'm just stupid?
Look, center of my back.
I don't got long ass arms like you, Quentin. you're
Are you telling me you're a gorilla now? You've turned into a gorilla.
No.
You ever hear that? We're like,
For gym bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay.
No, but I'm seeing you go and your entire arm goes behind you and you could extend. Me, I barely have my freaking hand, let alone my arm.
You can't like
able
touch
to...
your spine?
No.
Wow.
Maybe I just don't got that flexibility.
Yeah, maybe you just have to stretch.
Yeah, what stretches do you do?
Oh, I do all the stretches. I stretch.
Nah, you just got long ass orangutan arms.
Yeah. Call me a orangutan boy.
But yeah, I mean, I want to get more tattoos, but at the same time, it's the cleaning process is kind of a bitch. I'm just kind of also like, oh my god, I gotta clean this right. Like, I honestly think my tattoo was reacting badly recently to like some soap or some lotion I put on it.
Yeah.
Because I was getting these little bumps on my tattoo.
I was gonna say, I've definitely heard some stories about that. I've heard something where, like, you scratch at a tattoo, even if years after, you can, like, form a rash or something. But that's, like, basic human anatomy, you know? If you scratch your knee, you're gonna get a rash, right?
But I was getting little bumps, and I was like, "Holy crap!" I asked Leon, like, "What is this?" And then he was like, "It could be scarring," and I'm like, "Tattoo's healed, though. I thought it was healed. You telling me it wasn't healed?"
It's a long process.
But no, it's pretty much gone now. There's still like little bumps, but they're not like as big as they were.
Yeah.
But I think it was the lotion I was using, because at first I thought it was like someone told me like, oh, it might just be dry, like, apply lotion to it.
Yeah.
So I did, and I still don't know if it was the lotion or what. I was just trying to like, okay, what's causing this? It was like, I don't want to test anymore. It's like, I don't want to put the lotion on just for it to happen again. But like,
Not
yeah,
a scientist.
it was the lotion.
You should have. Favorite style of tattoo?
Is it favorite style?
Favorite style. It's just favorite style.
I don't know. I mean, do you think your tattoos all have to fit a certain theme?
No, honestly, but I can tell you my favorite style. It's kind of I mean, maybe it's not even like favorite style of tattoo, but favorite style in general is like a little bit crazy, a little bit like hectic, chaotic. It's kind of, I don't know. Whenever I think of like drawing or anything, I like scratches like that look crazy, but when it all comes together, it looks like a image. You can see
picture.
it. Yeah.
Those are hard to do.
Yeah.
People need to be like skilled because it looks like it's just radical, but there's a point to each scribble.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I like. That's my favorite style, definitely.
I don't think I have a favorite style yet.
You can't think of like bold
but it's kind of like, I
lines.
mean, you know, Savoyarni's brother, like, he kind of went over the top with his tattoo.
Yeah.
He had the Naruto thing on his chest, and then he got the Sage of Six Paths thing.
Yeah.
But then he added some tribal stuff into it, so it just looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't want to do that. It'd be like if you had your Pun Pun tattoo and your next tattoo was
Hello Kitty.
yeah, Hello Kitty, like right next to it. It's kind of like. But then again, I guess, do people really look at your tattoos and see if they go together?
I
Like
would
if I had
definitely
this Inosuke one, and then if I had a sleeve colored, and then there was just this Inosuke that was black, would you say that would look weird?
No. It's all about blending, because you can get a bunch of tattoos like all across your body, you know, like one on your arm, one on your other arm, a couple on your legs and all that, and it'll look good. The second that it's all put together, you have to have like placement planned out, and you have to make sure that like once you get them, that you blend them together a little bit to kind of get that sleeve look. That's why some people just skip that whole part of the process and just get a whole sleeve done, you know, up to their forearm, to their elbow. They just get a whole sleeve done because, boom, it's already blended all together and it looks like it matches. That's why, like, for this arm, it's only going to be anime from here on out.
Would you get that Asuka tattoo?
Hell yeah, I'd get an Asuka tattoo.
Yeah, the Sedliardi, the artist he showed me, he's got some cool like ones so that they're like an oval or they're like tiny ones, and he's got done like an Asuka, a Krona, an Alphonse.
Oh yeah.
Ahsoka. They look really cool. I'm like, yeah, I think I'd get one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'd put it.
I feel like I wouldn't get it in an oval.
Where it's like, maybe I can find it on Instagram.
No, you're not gonna be able to find it that quick.
Watch me.
Well,
let's see. You're right.
Animes. New animes. I don't like new movies. You're getting to that point where you don't like new trailers, I guess.
Well, I just don't like watching. I just kind of want to go into things blind.
Yeah. But new animes this season. I can only think of one.
I feel like it's the same one.
What?
Don't Toy With Me?
Oh, no, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily looking forward to that one. But, Egg Wonderland? Something egg? New egg? Something with egg. That one I'm kind of interested in a little bit.
Haven't heard of it.
Weird. But looking towards Don't Toy With Me, Nagatori-san.
Yeah.
Don't Mess With Me, Nagatori-san. Yeah, honestly, I could see that. The egg one, it seems like it's actually like an action show, and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of interesting.
Wait, is it with the walrus?
No.
No.
Maybe it might be with the walrus. I don't know. I haven't really seen that much on it, but I kind of want to watch it just because it looks like a good show. Yeah.
No, I haven't really been watching much. I mean, last season had so much fire. You had the final season of Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen. I forget what else I was watching.
Must not have been that fire.
But this year, I mean, I'm watching the Nagatoro one. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I don't know why I'm enjoying it. It also kind of made me question why I watch the animes I watch or enjoy.
Yeah.
It was kind of like I'm watching this girl like emotionally and abuse this guy basically.
Yeah, but it's a romance. In a way, I think it's a romance show.
You're contributing to abusive relationships, Quentin.
No.
How dare you?
I feel like any relationship has a bit of teasing in it, right? This is just taking that to an extreme. But not like too crazy of an extreme, you know. She's not mailing anthrax to his house or anything. Or, you know, there's no yandere plot line. It's just like playful teasing. And it's like a slice of life playful teasing show. It's like
bullying teasing though.
That's all right though. Trust me. It's because it's not like crazy bullying. You know, she's not throwing his shoes into a toilet or anything like that. It reminds me of that one Master of Wasting Time.
Master of Wasting Time.
Seikyu-san, the one where it's like 5-minute long episodes and they're in a classroom and he does something crazy every single time. It's
not ringing a bell.
Old show. He like makes a giant eraser gold blue machine.
I think I've seen clips to it, but not the actual show.
Clips of that show are entire episodes, legit 5-minute long episodes.
Wow, insane.
But also like Love Is War was like teasing, bullying, at the same time kind of thing.
I guess so.
Yeah. So Nagatoro, like, I don't know why people are blowing. Are people?
I don't know if people are blowing it up.
I know people are blowing up with the translation of it.
Right? Oh, she said sus?
Yeah, she said sus. She says cringe, too.
Huh.
Yeah.
But we don't know if she's actually saying those words or not.
No, it's the English translation, yeah.
Because, I mean, we just have to trust that we're getting the right translation.
We have to accept the fact that we're getting as close as we can to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we don't know. We don't speak Japanese.
Exactly. That's why we need to learn.
We don't know, like, oh, she didn't say sus. She said, you're acting weird.
Yeah. Suspicious, arousing, anything.
But then compared to, like, you know, English, lots of languages don't have several words to explain the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we have giant, ginormous, enormous, big, and then in Spanish, grande.
Grande.
I think there's just grande.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any other word for big.
Yeah.
Or massive.
Or there should be, like, English, like, Spanish translations of English words, shouldn't there be?
True, but I think with what the word is, you just use grande.
Yeah, because it's the most, common, I would say.
It's like, there's no need for all these hyperbole words. It's not a big monster, it's a enormous monster.
Yeah. Because big, in the English language, implies a certain size.
I guess so.
In a way. Or it doesn't really paint the full picture of it, that's why.
I mean, I see flack for a bunch of animes nowadays. I mean, now that anime's kind of been more... isn't really in that clique anymore. It's more available to more people. I see people complaining about harem animes and the main character in harem animes. Talking about this, and I'm just thinking, congratulations, you just explained like 75% of anime. It's like, you must be new to anime, because, you know, this isn't new for a show just to do this.
Yeah.
And obviously they're popular because they're the ones that get second seasons, while No Game No Life just sits there on a shelf. But there's hope, because Devil is a part-timer.
It's returning.
Yeah, for a second season.
Hell yeah.
And that first season came out like back in high school.
Yeah. Definitely.
And that's just crazy. So there's hope for No Game No Life.
I was going to say, are we ever going to get to a point where they bring back a show and we wish they didn't?
I don't know.
Berserk.
Okay, yeah.
Kinda, like, we've kind of had examples of that, but we're going to get to that point where...
Or it depends if we find out the person that is adapting the story is
not
a terrible
doing justice,
animation.
yeah.
Yeah.
studio. Animation studio probably is our biggest thing with it.
Or if it's just something like, I'm surprised I got an anime like Shield Hero.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is weird because I guess it's weird that it's like you got an anime, but it's like it could have just been a freaking hentai. You could have just put on a hentai site.
For Shield Hero?
I know, not Shield Hero.
I was gonna say, like, what?
Shield Hero.
You're talking about
redo of a healer.
Redo of a healer, yeah.
But I guess because it has an opening and is more known, it's anime.
Yeah. Well, because it's manga.
But if it didn't have an anime, I mean, hentai could be manga, Quentin.
No, they're doujinshis.
What's the difference?
And manga's a manga. Doujinshi is like purely for the sexual part of it. It's the same thing with Gantz. Is Gantz a doujinshi or a manga? That's my question to you. Exactly, it's a manga. There's a manga.
But I don't see a difference.
What are you talking about? Gantz literally has like the same themes.
Well, no, I'm saying I don't see a difference between doujinshis and manga.
Doujinshis
are manga.
Yeah, we could say.
But I guess this is the argument of I don't like people saying anime is cartoons.
Yeah, it's like the idea that doujinshis are a little bit more freelance.
Ah.
Yeah, but also they cater specifically to the sexual release.
Actually, it's actually funny when Jack's Blade talks about wholesome doujinshis that he's read.
Yeah, I imagine. There's a couple, I would say.
There's some wholesome ones. Like, there's this one of Goku and Chi-Chi. I'm just like, oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess we can call it there for this episode. We still have other topics. We can save those for
another time.
And we can think of more topics.
Yep, of course.
But anything you want to add?
Well, the world is a crazy place, and things can be a little bit unsure, but we'll make sure to do this again more often, a little bit sooner.
Well, I wanted to do it that day I messaged you because I got the Facebook like memories.
Yeah.
And it was like when we did the first one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn, it's like the anniversary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could just do this. Well, we'll celebrate the anniversary next time.
Next time.
We'll pop a champagne bottle.
You're being very optimistic that we'll still be doing this.
Well, no, I mean the next episode.
Yeah.
We'll pop a champagne bottle. We'll get some party favors. We'll have a couple more people with us.
So you're saying we're gonna celebrate Cinco de Mayo on
the podcast.
Diez de Mayo.
Diez de Mayo. Sure, I guess. I don't know.
No, I'm using as an example.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll do the anniversary later. It's like, it's not the day of, though, man.
Well, that's the thing. We'll just be like, yeah. Well, we're celebrating a year.
A year, all right.
But we'll be getting on this more often.
Yeah.
I think someone needs to do some